Tonight, we report on why a Moses Lake family plans to sue the state of Washington, and people can learn about historic saloons in Central Washington at a free presentation. What's happening in sports, Bob?
It was a huge weekend for local basketball with area teams crowned regional champions. Here's a quick peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Hi everyone, meteorologist Mike Sines here with you. Low pressure system already showing up on our Futurecast model. It's tracking right towards us. I'll have the latest details and timing coming up.
I'm Amber Jinks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
The mother of a Moses Lake teenager is preparing to sue the state for allegedly being responsible for her son's death. Veronica Medina Gonzalez is the mother of 17-year-old Cesar Medina. The teenager was shot and killed in Spokane on May 26, 2015 by a man reportedly released from prison early after a computer error. The state is accused of knowing about the system, making the errors for years before correcting it. A tort claim was filed on Thursday with Washington's Office of Risk Management by attorneys representing Medina Gonzalez. A tort claim is the first step taken before a lawsuit can be filed. According to the Washington Department of Corrections, Jeremiah Smith, a 26-year-old man, is charged with murder in the first degree in Medina's death. Smith allegedly committed the murder when he should have been in prison. The Ephrata American Legion held its annual crab feed fundraiser on Saturday, and about 200 people showed up to show their support. Reporter Cameron Probert has the details.
Roughly 200 people enjoyed a dinner of crab or prime rib at Ephrata's American Legion post on Saturday evening. The members of the American Legion Art Semro Post 28 held their annual crab feed Saturday evening. The dinner drew young and old Legionnaires. Post Commander Vinny Sanchez said the event is a chance for the community of combat veterans, their families and friends to come together and have fun. Each year the event attracts more people.
This year we're getting more people coming in, their families coming in, bringing their kids in here, which is really fun. We like to see that, the families.
Proceeds from the event helped the Post continue to serve combat veterans and their families. Preparation for the event took about a week and a half. Sanchez said he was happy with the turnout, which filled the meeting hall of the Post.
It was fantastic. It's really good. We love it. Yeah, we love people coming in.
For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
Olajide Fletcher is serving 10 years in prison for shooting a 51-year-old man during a struggle for a gun. Fletcher, a 25-year-old Moses Lake resident, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to assault in the second degree with a firearm and unlawful possession of a firearm in the first. Prosecutors initially charged Fletcher with assault in the first degree. The charge was lessened as part of a plea agreement. Fletcher has 5 previous felony convictions. Fletcher told Moses Lake police he was trying to get his TV back from the 51-year-old victim. The TV was underneath a tarp in a truck. The 51-year-old man pointed a gun at Fletcher, who took it away and shot the victim several times in his lower extremities. People can learn about the historic saloons of Central Washington at a presentation on Wednesday in Moses Lake. Speaker Mick Qualls begins his presentation at 3 p.m. at the Moses Lake Civic Center Auditorium. It is free to attend. Qualls discusses how saloons were once important meeting places for everyone from farmers to outlaws. The presentation covers events from the Gold Rush, railroad stops, the Ephrata, Wilson Creek and Quincy, Grand Coulee's B Street, and Colonel Washington Gothel's party in Coulee City. The presentation is part of the Moses Lake Museum and Art Center Salon Series. For more information, call 509-764-3830. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.
When the cold rolls in, it's time to turn on the heater and cozy up with a book. But turning up the heat can mean higher electric bills. And for some families in tough times, that could mean choosing between a warm meal or a warm house. For decades, people like you have extended a hand to help local families in need pay those winter electric bills. Share the warmth this winter to help keep your neighbor warm by giving a little when you pay your Grant PUD bill.
Now for your iFIBER 1 News Weather Center forecast.
Hi everyone, this weather segment brought to you by Barry Motors, one great place to buy and service a car. I'm meteorologist Mike Sines with a look at our weather headlines. We are going to see an increase in cloud cover throughout the overnight hours. Low pressure system makes its way towards our doorstep, bringing us a chance to see rain and also a mixture of snow, kind of a mixture of the both. I'm calling for a wintry mix. In my forecast for us here in Ephrata, you can see reached a low this morning of 31, nothing in the way of precipitation. Sunset for us right around 5:30. Right now outside your door, 49 degrees outside. Nice temperatures, rebounded nicely into the upper 40s with mostly cloudy skies, winds lightly blowing. I'm going to time out this system for you. Low pressure system, you can see it right here already in our Futurecast in-house model. Coastal showers are going to begin tonight for areas out west, especially along the coastal regions. Heavier showers picking up out towards Port Angeles. As you can see, by the time the morning comes around though, early morning, right around 2:30, just southeast of Seattle, down towards the Yakima region, anywhere between this corridor, we're going to see chances to see mixed precipitation. That's why you see the pink and also blue indicating that the temperature is going to be cold enough all the way down in the vertical profile that we will actually see some snow across the region. Taking a look at our Futurecast model, the majority of the snow is going to stay towards the areas north of us where they are going to have substantial cold air. Here in Ephrata, though, I'm calling for a mixture of mixed precipitation, a few sleet pellets we could hear. Taking a look at our Futurecast model as we advance even further, going into Tuesday, we still see snow, especially on our model here, picking up right along the mountainous areas. A few scattered showers could have heavy downpours. Now, as we continue to see, conditions will improve. But for tomorrow, folks, get your umbrellas ready. Here's a look at my forecast. We are going to call temperatures in Port Angeles, 54. Rain showers all along the coast. Yakima, they're going to see isolated showers, peaks of sun at best. And then as we take a more closer look for us here in the Columbia Basin, Ephrata calling for here us locally mixture of sun and clouds out towards Moses Lake. Steady rainfall to be expected. Now, because temperatures are going to be in the 50s, this doesn't mean we're not going to have mixed precipitation. The air is still cold enough in the upper levels of the atmosphere where it can fall as snow, melt, and then that's how we get freezing rain, folks. There's a quick science example for you. Take a look at my extended outlook. You'll see exactly what I'm forecasting for the upcoming work week. A wintry mix is back for tomorrow, 60% chance, highs right around in the 50s. Another system makes its way in here with rain possible for Saturday. Thanks for watching, folks. Stay tuned. Sports is next.
Whether you're looking for a bigger car to support your growing family, a new truck for your business, or something to pull that toy of yours, we've got you covered at Barry Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Ephrata. Come see us today and learn why your family, friends, and neighbors buy their cars at Barry. On Basin Street for more than 35 years, and with locations in Moses Lake and Wenatchee, we are one great place to buy a car. Call or click 754-2411 or barrysaves.com.
To save some energy, I've used Einstein's mass energy equivalence to design the haptic suits you see in front of you. They will maintain our core body temperature while we completely turn off our heat and air conditioning. With the money we save on our Grant PD bill, I'll be expecting that trip to Disneyland this year.
You don't need to be a super genius to save energy and money. Visit grantpud.org to learn how.
The ACH Warriors kicked off local regional round ball action with a win at Big Bend Community College on Friday evening.
The #1 ranked Elmira Cooley Heartline boys got past Liberty Christian 52-49 at Big Bend Saturday to claim the 1B Regional Championship. ACH trailed 11-9 at the end of the first quarter, but rallied to take a 34-22 score into the locker room at the break. The Patriots matched the Warriors' 10-point third quarter and then went on a 10-0 run in the fourth to pull within 3 late, 50-47 with under a minute to go. ACH had a chance to ice the game with 2 minutes left, but missed the front end of 2 1-and-1s and only converted on 2 of 8 foul shots down the stretch. Peyton Nielsen came up big for the Warriors with a 16.9 rebound effort. Dallas Isaac added 15 points. Charles Hunt finished with 11. ACH matches up with Seattle Lutheran Thursday at 2 p.m. in first-round state b-ball action at the Spokane Arena.
The second game of the evening at Big Bend saw Moses Lake get off to a slow start, but turn on the afterburners late to seal a state berth.
Moses Lake got past a determined Chihuahua team 60-48 to punch a third straight ticket to the big dance at the Tacoma Dome. The final score wasn't indicative of how close the game actually was. The Riverhawks' plan of attack was to take the Louetta sisters out of the equation and make Moses Lake look elsewhere for offensive production. The strategy worked to perfection as Jamie hit for 6 first-half points. Jesse sank just 2 free throws, and Moses Lake held a slim 29-22 lead at the break. A low-scoring third quarter had the Chiefs up 35-31 heading into the final 8 minutes of regulation. After making a few adjustments, the Chiefs were able to get the ball down low to Abby Rathman and Jessica Olsen and open up a 49-33 lead. Chihuahua wasn't done, however. The Riverhawks hit a shot from long distance to make it a 51-45 ball game with under 2 minutes to go. Jamie iced the game on this 3-point play with just over a minute left. Rathbun led Moses Lake with 21 points. Olsen added 15. Jamie Louetta finished with 11. The #2 ranked Chiefs match up with #1 ranked Central Valley in first-round 4A girls state play Thursday at 12:15.
The weekend of Hoop Mania wrapped up with the Running Vikes racing past Spokane to claim the league bragging rights Saturday afternoon.
The Running Vikes are the East Region Conference champion. Big Bend got a monster 26-point, 11-rebound effort from Moga Ledoux, who led the Running Vikes to a 91-77 win over Spokane Saturday to take the title outright. Big Bend held a 1-game lead over the Sasquatch coming into the contest after Spokane dropped a 102-92 game to Yakima. But the Sasquatch still had plenty to play for as a co-championship was still within their grasp. The Running Vikes, however, would not be denied, despite not having the services of their leading scorer, Riker Pierce, who left the game before the half with an injury and didn't return. The first 20 minutes of the contest was a back-and-forth battle that had Big Bend up 38-33 at the break. Spokane kept pace for the first 15 minutes of the second half, but the Sasquatch disappeared down the stretch with foul trouble. Big Bend converted at the line to come away with the 14-point win. The Running Vikes finish as conference champs with a 13-1 record, the #1 seed to regionals, and will host a first-round game against Bellevue Saturday at 5 p.m.
The Lady Sasquatch dealt the Big Bend women a 30-point loss to end the Lady Viking season. The teams played pretty much even ball the first half with Spokane up 34-28 at the break. But the Sasquatch blew the contest wide open with a 22-3 run to start second half play and won going away 74-47. Tomorrow we'll take a look at how the Warden boys and Elmira Cooley Heartline girls fared in regional play. We'll be back after this short break.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the annual Lincoln Day Dinner, which is the largest fundraiser of the year for the Grant County Republican Party. Reporter Devin Higgins was there and has the story.
On Saturday night, the Grant County Republican Party got together at Moses Lake's Pillar Rock Grill to honor both its history and a look to the potential future. The annual Lincoln Dinner brought in people from across the county, along with the county's most prominent political figures. State House Representative Tom Dent and State Senator Judy Warnick were in town, as was United States House Representative Dan Newhouse. The big names weren't limited to just the political arena, as Grant County Sheriff Tom Jones was in attendance, as was the newest member of the Grant County Courts, Judge David Estudillo. Along with dinner and the chance to rub elbows with the major players in the party, the dinner included both a live and silent auction. The main event, though, was the opportunity to meet Washington gubernatorial candidate Bill Bryant. Bryant is a Port of Seattle commissioner who's challenging current Governor Jay Inslee in November. Bryant gave a 20-minute speech to the audience that focused on the economic and educational struggles impacting both sides of the state.
If you listen to the governor's State of the State speech, he talked about how Washington was a boom town and that there was lots of opportunity. And that's true in certain areas of the state. It's true in parts of King County. In King County last year, jobs paying over $100,000 a year increased by over 10%. But in recent years, even in King County, we have lost over 7,000 jobs that pay between $35,000 and $75,000. Beyond just looking at jobs and the expanded opportunities of employment, let's look at our education system. We live in a state where 25%, depending on where you are, higher or lower, but roughly 25% of our ninth graders will not graduate from high school. And we accept that. Let me see a show of hands. How many of you would buy a ticket on an airline where you know 25% of their planes crash? All right? Yet, we accept that.
Bryan outlined what he called his strategic plan for the state to boost economic and educational opportunities, while also criticizing Governor Inslee for his record since taking office.
If we are going to reposition this state government so that it is focused on helping the private sector generate jobs in communities all across Washington state, it is going to require a governor who works hard and is engaged, and Jay Inslee is not. Repositioning our state government is going to require a governor who has a vision and a plan, and Jay Inslee does not.
With the state Republicans unable to put a candidate in the governor's chair since 1984, Bryant said the time is right for a change in leadership in Olympia.
We are already within single digits of the incumbent, and it's only February. 30% of the people in the state are undecided. It's pretty much split into thirds. All we need to do is tell the story that I just told you to those undecideds, and they will come on. And if we tell that story, and if we reach out to the 30% who are undecided, I will tell you in November, together, we will lead Washington into our next frontier. Thank you.
In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
Experience speed like never before when you connect to Grant PUD's high-speed network. Visit grantpud.org to learn more.
We are real students, and this really is our college.
My dream will change the outcome of my life.
My college is allowing me to achieve my dream.
My dream is to be a pilot.
My dream is to be a nurse.
Only you can determine your dream. Big Bend will help you get there.
What's your dream?
Welcome back. Attorney Nick Wallace announced his candidacy for Grant County Superior Court judge. Wallace is a Moses Lake resident and Ephrata-based attorney. He is seeking the position presently being held by Superior Court Judge David Estudio. Wallace and Estudio were the two finalists to replace retiring Judge Evan Sperline. Governor Jay Inslee selected Estudio to serve the remaining year of Sperline's term. The attorney began working for a law firm in Ephrata in 1996 and became a managing partner in 2009. His focus is in agribusiness issues. He served as a pro tem judge in Superior Court for the past 10 years. People wanting to buy bricks from the Soap Lake Church destroyed in a fire can submit bids until March 3rd. The former Our Most Sorrowful Mother Roman Catholic Church was destroyed by fire on January 25th and is suspected to be arson. Soap Lake Mayor Raymond Gravel previously said he'd been approached by residents wanting to buy portions of the church's brick exterior, which he said contained a type no longer produced. The council agreed to allow the mayor to accept bids for potential buyers. The highest bidder will take all the bricks. People wanting them can submit sealed bids to City of Soap Lake 239 2nd Avenue Southeast or Post Office Box 1270, Soap Lake, Washington 98851. Sealed bids must be in by March 3rd at 3:30 p.m. A sex offender allegedly molested a girl in the Ephrata Walmart. Prosecutors charged Gil Valaquez Jr., a 23-year-old Warden resident in Grant County Superior Court, with child molestation. The man allegedly approached the 14-year-old victim when she was looking at hair accessories. The Ephrata police claim he reportedly brushed against the girl and followed her to the toy section of the store and back to hair accessories. Valaquez is accused of grabbing her from behind. The girl was reportedly able to shove the man away and escape. Police claim video surveillance allegedly shows Valaquez grabbing the girl. Valaquez was convicted in Adams County Superior Court in June of 2014 of rape of a child in the 3rd degree. He was sentenced to a year in prison. In Northwest news, a little girl died in her home in Portland, and now her family is warning others about the dangers of Mylar balloons. The 8-year-old's dad found her in her bedroom unconscious with a balloon over her head. KATU's Emily Sinovich has the details.
She was a beautiful little girl.
It still doesn't seem real. Pat McLaughlin's granddaughter is gone.
She was in her room. She was supposed to be in bed sleeping.
Wednesday night, she was home when she heard the screams.
I heard something drop on the floor and someone say, "Oh my God, call 911 and let's start CPR."
Upstairs, the little girl's father was giving her CPR after he found her lifeless in her bed.
My son went in to check on her and all he seen was a foot sticking out of her bed, and then he took the covers off her head and found the balloon on her head. He put her on the floor and cut the balloon off her head and then started CPR and while we called 911.
Portland firefighters were there within a couple minutes. Her grandmother says they tried to revive the little girl for nearly an hour, but it was too late. Her granddaughter, a 2nd grader at Russell Elementary, died Wednesday night in their home.
It was a big Mylar balloon. It's like 3.5 feet. It was tall. It was the number 3, and they have different fill holes, different size fill holes. And the only thing we think is she opened it to suck the helium out and put it over her head, and she suffocated.
McLaughlin hopes by sharing her granddaughter's story, she can help other families avoid the same tragedy.
Right now, it's just too raw with everybody. It's, what can you say? You can't. We all want to turn back yesterday and start over again.
That's going to do it here for us at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.